Hello, and welcome to Nostalgia Marcana. I'm your host, Doug Lief. Each episode of this podcast, we'll look back on the movies, TV, games, people, and phenomena that we still love talking about all these years later, and ask ourselves why these bits of pop culture still enchant us today. This week, we'll be revisiting...
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man? Can you dig it? Who's the cat that won't cop out when there's danger all about? Right on. You see this cat Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
What I'm talking about, Shaft?
We can dig it.
He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman.
John Shaft.
All right, everybody, time to put on your bell bottoms and feel groovy because we're talking about the top tunes of 1971.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do that voice the entire time, but I am very excited that we are going to dig into this incredible era of music. The late 60s and early 70s in general is one of the most creative, innovative, and just hard rockin' periods in all of music. So I'm very glad to be getting back into one of these year roundups and to be doing this this time frame. So to help me do it, I've got our entire review crew here, and I'm very excited to bring them onto the show and introduce you to them as my new co-host as well, because first, she is my producer with the most deucer. Please welcome my co-host on our other podcast, Playing by Ear, Amy Lief.
Hey, it's great to be here. That's terrible.
It's weird that that's her actual real voice.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do this the whole time.
She smoked two packs of cigarettes tonight, too. Just
Yeah. The other voice you just heard is my other co-host on the Playing by Ear podcast that we do, which is a musical roundup show as well of a different sort. Please welcome back Kyle Lieberman.
I am banging my gong.
There's a clue. If you guys haven't heard, Kyle and Amy and I do a separate podcast called Playing by Ear, where each week one of us brings in an album and we go through it track by track. So it's cool to get us all together to do one of these again. But of course, we have a fourth person here with us who I must introduce, who has been on the podcast many, many, many times, including some of our prior musical year roundups. So we've done these on, for example, 1998 and 95. But you most recently, I believe, heard him on the podcast talking about Super Mario Kart. Please welcome our good friend, Rich Baker.
Groovy to be here, everyone.
We've got our horrible mustard-colored clothes on, and our awful
I was like, what?
Stuff with fringe on it. Yeah, vests, all 70s stuff. So, yeah, guys. So we should talk about how we ended up here talking about 1971. If you remember, I think we did this on air last time, but we all threw in just a different year, and we took the average and wound up at 1971. Amy, you put in what year to drag the average down?
I don't know, so long ago, but I did 30 or 40, 1930 or 40, because I did not want to be in the 80s, I think was what I was trying to avoid.
Right. So thank God we're not talking about the best of Rudy Valley and Bing Crosby tonight. We didn't end up there. We averaged out to 1971. So without further ado, let's get into our nostalgic memories of the music of this period, because we were all born after this year, but we all grew up on this stuff. So Rich, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I got, when I started driving, I was 97 when I first got my license, and that was the first time I could control the radio completely, and I found all kinds of music that I'd never heard before, including 2 classic rock stations in Dallas-Fort Worth at the time, KZPS and The Bone, if I recall correctly. And they would just play all these cool hits from the 60s and the 70s. Not really the 80s at that time. Classic rock was really just relegated to the 60s and 70s. And I fell in love hardcore. I started buying CDs from that era and different things. And just loved it ever since.
All right. Amy, how about you?
I don't know that I listened to very much of this, honestly. I know some of these songs have come up on prior podcasts, and some of this music is kind of mom music, at least in the Kyle and Amy family. But beyond that, I don't know a ton. So I don't have a ton of nostalgia for this time period.
Interesting.
That's it. Yeah.
Kyle, how about you?
So our parents grew up in the 50s and 60s, which means they were listening to, the late 50s, like Buddy Holly, and then everything into like, the early Beatles. And then after that, they kind of grew up. So by the time, this era came, like our parents were already like, 20. So this wasn't their music. It was the stuff that got you when you were 13 to 18, right? There's going to be more 60s for them. But this, I think, is like the next step after that. So I think us, like at least me as a music person, this was just something that eventually at some point in my life I wanted to just explore. I mean, the Beatles had broken up at this point. Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin gone, and these sort of hard rock, heavy metal bands were coming. Alice Cooper, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. Things were changing. So I think this, like going through, when I went to college, I took a history rock and roll class, and we went through the whole era from like, the early 50s all the way up to like Pearl Jam. And we got to this point, and it was just such an interesting time. And I think that's when I learned about it. Now, and I will go back and listen to these songs. Like I've known a lot of these songs my whole life. So I couldn't tell you when I learned all these songs that are on the list that I have. But these are just great classic rock songs that everyone's going to know these songs. My top 10, you guys are probably, most of you will know most of these songs.
Yeah, I grew up in a classic rock household as well, especially my dad. My dad was just kind of a music consumer, like just to this day still, like even modern music he keeps up with. But when I was growing up, like, yeah, Rich, as you said, there was like, what was the local classic rock station for us? We had K-Earth, which was oldies. That was more 50s and 60s. And then, like, when I was coming up into this, it was more Arrow, which was 93.1, which was classic rock at the time. And by high school, I just I fell in love with this stuff. And I really went down the rabbit hole of classic rock. Like, that was my music to me, was this era of stuff. Not just 71, obviously, but this all of classic rock. And I almost felt like I owed it to myself. Like I have to be knowledgeable about this stuff. I have to know, the main, at least probably the 10 biggest songs by every major artist that there was, and really just absorb as much of this as I could. So it was really tricky to make this list. Now, fortunately, there was an embarrassment of riches in terms of great songs from this year. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys and ask you, Rich, I'll start with you. How did you end up curating this list? What was your criterion?
Yeah, I just, it's kind of the same for everyone. Well, a couple things. One, I just looked up every song that possibly could have come out that year and just made a list and went, okay, what do I like the most? And then I didn't double up any, even if there was like more than one song by a band that I liked. I was like, let's do one song per band. And like in many of my previous episodes, sometimes the song represents the whole album, which is fine too. I had to pick one song from that. And yeah, just the songs that I like the most, really.
Amy?
Yeah, I keep hearing you guys say classic rock, and my list, looking at it, it's not classic rock. I would not call most of these songs classic rock. And honestly, looking at it, this might be the most Amy list of all lists we've done, except for the Christmas albums where I picked like 5 Jewel songs, and that was a cheat. So a lot of these are just like, I can feel good songs for me. And I put together a playlist. Unfortunately, I didn't have much time to listen to it before we started recording. I meant to listen to it more today, but just didn't happen. But these are songs that are like, oh, they're going to be on that list, like that playlist. And I would listen to this over and over and over again. And I didn't give myself a lot of rules about not repeating artists. I just kind of felt like these songs just needed to be songs that I felt I liked the most. And there are definitely some repeats here.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Kyle, how about you?
Amy is so going to have a Carole King song.
We'll see.
Oh, no question. Yeah.
No question.
Or 3 or 4.
That album, though, I mean, we got to hit that album up. Mine was just kind of like what Rich did, really. I just went through as many fucking songs as I could find. Some of the stuff might have came out like late 1970. It was popular in 71. I was not specific about this. I mean, I just got close. So I just hit it, and as long as it kind of went in the basket barely, then it qualified. I did not have the rule there could be more than one band on here. And then there is something that I eliminated, but I'm just going to talk about that when we get there later, because I don't want to give away if someone else has something from whatever that might be. But yeah, and then I pretty much had my list of like a bunch of songs. I'm glad that we had so much time to do this, guys, because I think it was like 6 months, because the first few weeks we thought we were going to do it. And I was like, shit, I got to start listening. And I had a list of like 35 songs. And I was like, and then like time went by, we kind of let it go. We kind of came back, oh, let's do it. And I was able to get this list down to just like 15 songs. So it was not very difficult. I just picked the best 10, sort of ranked them based on what I like the most now.
Yeah, this was a little tricky in that like we had started putting this together like last summer, and then like it just schedule kind of got away from us. And then on the show we had 3 month theme months in a row. We had October, which is all Halloween stuff. November was this whole Lord of the Rings month, and then December was all Christmas stuff. So this got shelved again. So we're finally doing this now. We're recording this just after the new year. The other thing that made this hard, and I kind of did the same thing you all did, which is obviously, research what came out that year to figure it out. As you kind of alluded to, not only are there some huge, songs, there's some monster albums in here. You've got, Carole King's Tapestry, you already mentioned. You've got Led Zeppelin's 4. You've got The Who, Who's Next. You've got just album after album where there's like 6 songs to pick from, just in the one album. So there's really a lot. So even though there's some songs which I guess we can go around and do predictions, but there's a few monsters in here I suspect will show up, maybe more than once. But yeah, we can talk predictions if you like. Richard, do you have any?
Well, I have currently 24 honorable mentions, so it's my hope more than my prediction that I will cross some of those off as they appear on other people's lists. Because as always, I have way too many of those.
Yeah. I'd say that my list is going to be significantly different than all of yours. You're going to see a lot of rock on all 3 of you, and I'm going to be more of the mellows.
Okay. Kyle?
I'm going back to my Tapestry, my Carole King prediction. I think every one of us is going to hit it, even if it's in an honorable mention. Maybe not in all of our top 10s, but I think all 4 of us will have said a Carole King song tonight. Maybe the same song, but just we'll hit it.
Yeah, the only prediction I'm going to make is I think, because there's so many of these monster albums, I can't imagine we get out of here without them showing up on, I would say, at least 2 people's lists. I can't imagine, for example, only one of us picks something from Led Zeppelin 4 or, the ones we rattled off, right? They're going to show up at least twice. Which individual songs, that remains to be seen, but yeah, they're too. It's one of those things where it's like they're too huge to ignore. So, all right. Well, with that out of the way, let's just do this. We've kind of randomly established an order. So, Rich, why don't you go first? What's your number 10?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of. I don't know if crooner is the right term, but just like those solo guys who can just command things. This one being Tom Jones, and I picked "She's a Lady."
Well, she's all you'd ever want. She's the kind I'd like to flaunt and take to dinner. But she always knows her place. She's got style, she's got grace. She's a winner. She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about that little lady. And the lady is mine. She's never in the way, always something nice to say. What a blessing. I could leave her on her own.
Love this song. I've sang this song on a cruise ship in part of a show before, and I don't know. There's something about Tom Jones' voice. I fell in love with his voice ever since I saw Thunderball as a kid, and I've loved him ever since. So he had to make my list.
I gotta go find it.
Everybody's looking at me.
She's a lady.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's
all I can think of. I think that I know the other Tom Jones one. It's not enough to. Isn't that
not unusual?
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
That's his biggest hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with this one.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Tom Jones guy, but I will say every time a Tom Jones song comes on, I'm just kind of one of those things where his voice is just a cannon, and you're just like, oh my god, like it hits you square in the face because it's so forceful, the way he sings. And I like this one, Rich. I do think it's a good pick. I did not notice this one came out this year. There's other Tom Jones songs I think I like a little more than this one, but like just like this ball of charisma. And it's interesting because like he's really unlike any other vocalist. He fits closer with some of those crooner guys, but like he doesn't sound anything like Dean Martin. You know, he's his own kind of thing.
Yeah, and the production of this song, like, it sounds like it's not the 60s anymore. Like, the thing about, like, 91 or so, we did that, right? We all did 1990. All four of us did 1990. You can compare that to the year 2000, and it's going to be fairly close, right? It might not be Pearl Jam, it might be Nickelback, right? There's just going to be stuff close. But if you compare, like this song to something that came out 10 years there in 1961, is you didn't have it when it came to the way that it was produced. So I think the production of it is just a lot better than, I think this is when really just engineering and music, and they were just getting, I mean, Led Zeppelin 4, Stairway to Heaven was released this year. They could not have done Stairway to Heaven with, they say, 100 guitar tracks 10 years before that. And this song, She's a Lady, it just sounds well produced. So yeah, it's a good choice.
All right. Aim, you're number 10.
All right. I feel like my number 10 is kind of, we always talk on our other podcast. Sorry that we keep referencing it. And Rich, we will have you on the podcast, so stay tuned. But we talk a lot about like, the first track, and it's like a great intro track because it represents like what you're about to get for the rest of the, the album, because we do track by track for one particular album. And I feel like my number 10 is kind of like, it's a vibe, and it's like, it's kind of representative of like kind of what my whole list represents. So it is Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. Yeah.
Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. And I know.
I mean, that's kind of like the response that, yeah, it feels good. And that's that kind of like going to be my interpretation or my analysis of every song. It just feels good, I don't have a ton to say about it. It's just one of those songs where it comes on and you just like feel it, you kind of feel like whatever emotion he's having when he's singing it. I don't know if he wrote his own songs or what. I didn't dive that too far into my list, but I just like this song a lot. That's all.
I don't think I know this one.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not when she's away.
Okay.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
That feels a little familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a good cover of it by Chris Allen on American Idol, which is probably when the first time I heard it was, which is embarrassing.
That is
Anyways. Yeah.
I love this song. It's much higher on my list, so I'll talk about it again later, but totally agreed. It's a great song.
Yeah, this is it's a beautiful song. It does have that weird thing that's like 2/3 of the way through, because the line is "I know, I want to" or whatever. Like, but he goes "I know, and he just repeats that 17 times.
Oh yeah.
In the middle of it.
Yeah.
And like it shouldn't work, but it does. Like it's just you again, you can feel the emotion of this song. Like it is. He just distills that emotion so well through his voice. So yeah, I love this track. It's a really good pick. All right, Kyle, you're number 10.
All right, number 10, we're going The Doors and L.A. Woman.
Driving down your freeway, midnight alleys roam, cops in cars, the topless bars, never saw a woman so alone, so alone, so alone, so alone. Motel money, better madness. The chain of move from glad to sadness.
Doors had to make the list. Jim Morrison was already gone by this point. I think he died either this year or the year before, but it was right around this time. I particularly like this song. And it is very long, but I like the way that it's epic. It has a lot of different parts. The verses are kind of like these long, woman's in the afternoon. Then it has these, it's kind of just groovy and jammy and long, and let it go for 7 or 8 minutes. It's fine. Just feel that cool jammy feel forever. Great. Billy Idol has a great cover of this from his 1990 album with that has the one that has Rock the Cradle of Love on there. This was like the second or the third single that came out. It wasn't very popular, but it's very good. It actually that's how I heard the song for the first time was Billy Idol. But I got to give it up for the original Doors version. That's my number 10.
Great song, great album. A lot of songs on that album that people could pick. But yeah, that's a fantastic one. It's long. Don't do this one for karaoke. You'll be up there for a while.
Yeah.
You're sitting there going, I forgot when he's singing about Mr. Mojo Rising. It's still going. Yeah. This is an amazing track. I do like the Doors. I for a long time they were a band that I just kind of knew their greatest hits, and then eventually I was like, they only have like 5 albums or something before Jim Morrison passed away, so it's not a lot to go through, but there's interesting stuff in there. Is it sometimes pretentious and weird? Like, yeah, but when they hit really well. And Jim Morrison's voice is unearthly, so it's really cool pick. Amy, any thoughts on LA Woman? Or
I don't know this one.
Oh,
maybe I do, and I just don't know it by name.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I guess that takes it to my number 10. I like LA Woman. This is another multi-part song, which is one of the reasons I like it. It's really interesting, these different parts put together. And it is Jethro Tull's Aqualung.
Feeling like a dead duck. Spitting out pieces of his broken love. Oh, Aqualung. Sun streaking cold. An old man wandering lonely. Taking time the only way he knows. Their curtain bed as it bends to pick a dog end. It goes down to the park and warms his feet. Feeling alone, the armies of the road. Salvation at a moat and a cup of tea. Aqualung, my friend, don't just start away uneasy. You poor old sod, you see it's only me. Do you still remember a December's foggy freeze when the ice that clings onto your beard was screaming agony? Hey, you snatch your rattling last breaths with deep sea diver sounds, and the flowers bloom.
This is it's interesting because it kind of it rocks hard at the beginning and at the end. It's bookended by these two harder parts. The lyrical content is weird. Like, it's about a creepy old dude like creeping on young girls in that part. But then there's this whole like middle acoustic guitar driven part of the song that's really pretty, sandwiched in the middle. And it's just awesome. Like, I really, really love all that. So I picked this because it had that kind of complex structure. But yeah, also again, that one of the best riffs in all of classic rock, that just so cool. And of course, a little nod to the very strange version of it done in Anchorman when Ron Burgundy does a flute solo to it. So yeah, just a great tune.
Yeah, another great album with a lot of great songs on. I got a different song from that album in my honorable mentions, but this is one of those songs where you don't know the title just from hearing it, or it's really hard to catch if you do. I knew this riff and I could hum it long before I knew the title. It's a good one.
Yeah, same thing. Like, I don't think that I'd be able to really say much by just saying Aqualung, but when the riff, right, that's so catchy. But if I remember correctly, there's like some melodic part in the middle. I couldn't sing it at all. But there's actually a good melodic part of that song where it's quality.
Yeah. It's very pretty in that sandwich middle part. So it's going to be tricky to put a clip of to try and give a representation of both parts of the song. But yeah, I love this one.
I feel like I just need to excuse myself off this podcast because I don't know any of this. I don't know, guys. That's why I tried. Maybe I'll work harder at making an average.
You'll look forward to hearing the edit because then you'll learn new things.
Yes. I mean, I was -9. I don't know this era.
All right. Rich, you're number 9.
I don't know if people consider this song country or singer-songwriter or folk or what, but this song has a lot of personal meaning to me because my dad and I one of the few things that we kind of got along doing was playing guitars together, and he would always play like old classic country that I really rebelled against as a kid. I didn't like it. I appreciate it now, but there was a couple songs that we could play together that we liked, and this was one of them. Take Me Home, Country Roads by John Denver.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine.
And this is, this song still, if someone sings this at karaoke, pretty much the whole bar sings along with them still, in 2025 or 2026 now. And I don't know, this song, a lot of people love this song, so I'm totally happy to have it on my list.
The song's classic, right? Hell yeah. I mean, it's not on my list. It's not quite an honorable mention, but it's up there. This is up there. And there's a great version on The Office of what Andy and I think Dwight are sort of trying to impress Aaron in an episode in the kitchen, and they're harmonizing and singing the song. Great one.
Rich, this was my number 8, so I'm just going to flip it to my number 9 to make this easy so we can talk about it at the same time. I think it's beautiful. I love John Denver. His voice is, again, just this beautiful, like, American treasure. And I grew up on him in a weird way. Like, there was everyone who listens to this podcast knows I love the Muppets. He was on an episode of the Muppet Show, and we had a VHS with like a handful of Muppet Show episodes taped, and the John Denver one was one of them. So as a kid, I really got to know who he was. And then when I got older, obviously I listened to more of his stuff. Rocky Mountain High is a song I just listened to the car today because it's incredible. But this song, I forget where we were. This song came on and everybody was singing along. I forget where. But recently, like everybody knows this song, and it's such a universally, like, a sentiment that it speaks to everybody. This kind of feeling of just wanting to go home again. So yeah, amazing pick. Amy has nothing on Country Roads?
No, I don't have anything to say.
All right. Well, then it's time for you to talk about your number 9.
Just kidding, because my number 9 is also that song.
Wow.
Serious?
Yes.
Whoa. Sneaky.
I'm so sneaky.
Wow.
This is such a great song. I mean, everybody loves this song. You sing along. It feels good. I have a very specific memory of singing this song with my coworkers from like way long time ago. I really like this. It's all about the melody and the voice and just the nostalgia of it all. So this is a perfect pick for me. Like, it fits right on the theme of the nostalgia podcast, and it's just it just feels good listening to it. Yeah.
This would be a playing by ear 90 and above for all of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then that takes us to Kyle's number 9.
Number 9 is probably, you guys will probably know it when I start singing it, but by title you might not know. It's the Grassroots, and it's Sooner or Later. This song is very 60s. Sooner or later, love is gonna get you. Sooner or... It feels very kind of late 50s, 60s, so it's weird that it came out in 71. But it did, and it's a great rock and roll, sing-alongable 60s. I call it a 60s song. This is a 60s song that came out in the 70s. And I gotta thank my dad for this, because he would have introduced me to the Grassroots growing up in the 80s. So cheers to him for getting me into this music. And yeah, this is a great fucking song. Number 9.
Speaking of The Office, by the way.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Isn't he from The Office?
Yes.
Creed?
Oh, Creed. Yeah, Creed is from The Office. Yeah, I don't know if he was in the band at this point, but yes.
He was at one point in the Grassroots.
Yes, I don't know the history there, but yes.
Sorry, Rich, we cut you off.
Oh, I'm not 100% sure I know this song. It kind of sounded familiar when you were singing it, so I'll have to go back and check this one out. But yeah, I missed this one, I think.
Yeah, I love the Grassroots. This is not one I know as well, but God, Live for Today is such a great song. They have quite a few that are just awesome. I'd wait a million years, whatever the song is.
That sounds like it.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I like this one. I definitely did not think of it when I was looking at my list, and if you'd asked me, I think it was also from the 60s, like Kyle said. We definitely heard this one in the car thousands of times. Yeah.
All right. Well, since I rejiggered my list so that my number 9 was Country Roads, Take Me Home, or Take Me Home, Country Roads, that takes us to Rich's number 8.
Yeah, long before Tupac was coming out with songs after he died, other artists were as well, including Janis Joplin with Me and My Bobby McGee.
From the Kentucky coal mine to the California sun, hey, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Through all kinds of weather, through everything we've done, your Bobby, baby, kept me from the whole world. One day of near Selena's long, I let him slip away. He's looking for that home, and I hope he finds it. But I trade all of my tomorrows for one single yesterday, to be holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, that's all that Bobby left me. But feeling good was easy down when he sang the blues. Hey, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. La da da, la da da da, la da da la da da da, la da da la da Bobby McGee.
Another great song that I think not everyone knows. It's not our most popular song, but it's a great sing along too. And I don't know, it's just another one that if you're in the right bar with the right people, everyone's gonna go nuts for it.
That voice, I mean, there's so much about that voice that it's hard not to love it.
Yeah, this is a Chris Christopherson song. Who wrote it, but she had the hit with it. It's her version that, like, I don't need to hear any other version. Like, to me, that's her song.
Yeah.
And again, like a one of a kind voice. I wouldn't say that, I mean, it maybe Piece of My Heart is the bigger hit, but this has to be way up there in terms of her big hits. And like, there hasn't been a time I've heard it and not been moved by it. Like, it's just, it's a great storyteller song, and you can feel it in that raspy voice of hers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't totally know it. I did have to pull it up here while we're talking, and looking at Apple Music, the top 3 songs for her, this is number 1, and then Piece of My Heart second, Move Over third. But yeah, listening really quick, I kind of know and it's kind of familiar, but it doesn't stick out to me like Piece of My Heart. That's a kick-ass song.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a little more chill, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Amy, you're number 8.
All right, so my number 8 is a song that actually came out in December, I think is what I saw, of 1970, but, you know, we're a little flexible around here, so it would have been popular in 1971. Hopefully I got the years right. It's Have You Ever Seen the Rain by CCR.
Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down Sunday.
Exactly. That's all my songs are songs. And they're feel songs, you know? And like you hear the song and it's just like the melody. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. I'm like a broken record, but just the melody and like the vocals and the lyrics. It's just like it hits you in just like that right spot. So again, I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just one of those feeling songs for me that it just hits.
Oh, big time. Yeah. This is one of my favorites. CCR is huge. I may have, not caught any of their stuff in my list just because I might have put this in 70. But I love this song to death. I haven't probably seen near as many concerts as y'all, but I did get to see John Fogerty at the Bowl back in like 2015 or so. And he did this. And I mean, the whole place was just, felt like church. Like it's just soul moving.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this is a great choice. You're going to find it further up my list. It hits home. I like CCR in general. I think this is a very well-written song. I like the feel of it with just that acoustic bass and drums, and it's really kind of kicked back, and that organ kicks in. Just such a nice hit. I'm surprised we haven't really heard covers of this one because this is the kind of song that everyone knows and wants to sing along to. Great one.
Yeah, I love CCR as well. Definitely, I remember, like, I would go to the library and like take CDs out from the library, copy them, and I definitely had a CCR greatest hits, and it was like, they tend to write fairly short songs. There were like 20 tracks on this one CD.
Yeah.
And like, they're all good. Like one of my favorite bands to do in terms of karaoke, just CCR just rules. And this song in particular, I think is absolutely one of their best. It's beautiful. And the only reason it's probably not on my list is because I tried to be as sticklerish as I could for like, was it released in calendar year 71? Yeah. I'm not criticizing you at all.
I break the rules and I do what I want.
It's just how I do it. But like, because I guess my feeling is if we ever do 1970, I want to be able to do it. So like, no, just that keening, raspy voice of his, it's incredible. And maybe it's not covered as much because it's hard to duplicate that. It's like there's nowhere to go but down when you cover a song like this.
There's a cover by Casey Abrams. I keep referencing American Idol, and that's so embarrassing. But there are some good singers off of that.
It's a very popular show. It shouldn't be embarrassing.
There's one guy who has this amazing raspy voice, and he covers this song, and it is so good. I'll send it around to you guys. Not that you want to listen to it, so you can ignore the text if you want. But like, it's so good. And I just want to say, like, that melody part of, like, I want to know. That's so good.
Oh,
it feels so good.
But even the verse, from long ago, I know. Like, it's got those little hooks in there.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
it's great.
Perfect. So that takes us to Kyle's number 8.
Number 8. All right. So this is probably one that I would predict that at least another one of you will have a song by this band on their list. My number 8 is The Who, and it is Baba O'Reilly.
Out here in the fields, I found my
talking Teenage Wasteland, I mean, this is an anthem of all anthems. At one point in my life, if we did 1971 a few years ago or whenever, this might have been number one. This song is just an anthem. I love it. I want to bang my head to it. The lyrics are great. That intro guitar-y, effecty, all that weird effect stuff that's happening is amazing. It's all just great. I know that Doug, that you're gonna have. I know that you really like the Who. That's one of your favorites. So I predict that you're gonna have something from this band further up the list. So yeah, this had to be here.
Yeah, I've got something from the Who further up the list too. I mean, it was so hard picking which Who song was going to go on my list because I said I just wanted to do one. But this whole album crushes. That song's great. I will turn it on and rock out to it any day.
I mean, this is one of the greatest albums of all time. Period. I mean, we've done a few albums like this on the other podcast, but like this would even stand up because there's only like 8 or 9 songs on it. And they're all like just grand slam home run songs. I mean, this has Behind Blue Eyes. It has Won't Get Fooled Again. It has, so many great songs on there. And this one in particular, like as you said, Kyle, it's anthemic. And I remember seeing it gets used in movie trailers. It gets used at sporting events because that like build, like it takes like a good, like at least a minute and a half before you hear Roger Daltrey's voice. It's just all this building and building and building until he starts singing. And then that outro saying, not only do we take a long time to build our way up to this, but we're going to have this crazy fiddle solo at the end of it as we rock out hard.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. And yes, it is. The song is actually called Baba O'Reilly. It's not called Teenage Wasteland. If you're trying to find it. And it's called that because Pete Townsend, who wrote it, was influenced by these two guys and their last names were Baba and O'Reilly. Or Terry Riley, I think. So that's why it's called that. It's just because he, was influenced by those two dudes. But one of my all-time favorite bands. So yeah, awesome pick.
Yeah.
I just know Doug likes this one a ton.
I do. Yes, I do like the song a lot. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so my number 8, I switched these around. So this is a band that, again, I'll reference my dad. Like this is a band my dad really liked, so I listened to it a lot growing up. And he had this 4-disc box set that was, like a pretty comprehensive best of over their entire career. And so they're a little niche. Like they have some hits that people know. This one is more towards the hit side. You'd probably hear it if you were listening to classic rock stations and stuff here and there. But even then, this might be, we'll see if you guys know it. But the band is the Moody Blues, and the song is The Story in Your Eyes.
And I decided that we're really not to blame for the love that's deep inside us now. It's still the same. And the sound we make together is the music to the story in your eyes. It's been shining down upon me now. I realize. Listen to the tide slowly turning. Wash all our heartaches away.
This is one of their more hard rocking songs. I think if you threw it on, you'd go, oh yeah, I've heard this somewhere. Their best known songs would be Tuesday Afternoon and probably Nights in White Satin. That's the one they're best known for.
Yep.
Sure.
They tend to employ a more symphonic sound. They'll bring in lots of like strings and woodwinds and like sometimes an entire orchestra to back them. This song is not. This one's a little more of just a straight ahead rock song, although it still has some of that production stuff to it. But it's really driving. Like it's just a great driving rock song by them. So that's my pick, Story in Your Eyes.
Nice. I don't know it by title, but I'm sure if I heard it, I'd be like, oh, that one. But I'll have to listen to it after.
Same.
It's an that one song. You've all heard it at some point without realizing it. So now that you've heard the clip, you'll recognize it here. So
Oh, that was it. That was cool. Nice. Thanks for playing that.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
Well, that takes us to Rich's number 7.
I think of all my songs on my list, I think this is probably, I mean, obviously we weren't alive at the time, so I don't know how big it was in 71, but as far as standing the test of time, this is one I hear the least of all of one. But I actually know this from a cover of it from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which we did a podcast on a couple years back. And the cover, funny enough, you can hear it on the movie, but you can't find the actual track anywhere, like the band. But the original, it's called Dragging the Line by Tommy James and the Shondells.
Making a living the old hard way, taking and giving my day by day. I dig snow and rain and bright sunshine. Dragging the line, dragging the line. My dog Sam eats purple flowers. Ain't got much, but what we got towers. But we dig snow and rain and the bright sunshine. Dragging the line, dragging the line. Dragging the line, dragging the line. I feel fine. I'm talking about peace of mind. I'm gonna take my time. I'm getting a good time. Dragging the line, dragging the line. Dragging the line, dragging the line. Loving the free and
And this is one of those that it's got a real driving rhythm, and it's got some beautiful harmonies in it. I've sang it for karaoke, and it's one of those where you get like two old guys in the bar that go, "Oh, nice," and everyone else is like, "What's this?" But I love it.
What part of the movie is it in?
It's in the very beginning, the opening credits.
Oh, then I know it because I've seen that movie 10 times, but I can't picture it.
Making a living the old hard way, taking a living day by day.
That's a cover?
I did snow and rain in the bright sunshine.
Okay, that's
Dragging the line,
dragging the line.
Do-do-do-do.
that's a cover, or that's the original?
That's the song I'm singing.
Well, that's the song. I mean, that's the original's in the 70s, but you can hear the cover in that movie.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Okay.
I love that movie, but that's not what we're talking
Nice.
about.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I know the song.
Yes.
I love that song. It is great. Tommy James have some, and the Shondells have some amazing hits. Crystal Blue Persuasion and Moni Moni, or I Think We're Alone Now. They've got covered real good by other artists. Crimson and Clover. Great songs. I happen to like this one a bunch. I think the first version of it I heard was also a cover. REM does a cover of it. That's
I didn't know that.
It's pretty close to the original in terms of how it sounds. It's good, and I think it was used for the second Austin Powers movie. Since they're covering kind of throwback stuff in that in that series, and so I heard that, and so then I was like, oh, I gotta go down and find the original and this is like a roll down your windows and blast it out as you're driving down the coast or something. It's great.
Oh yeah, good driving song.
Amy's number 7.
All right, my number 7 is Looking Out on the Morning Rain. Boom. I used to feel so uninspired. I'm not going to keep going.
This is our first Carole King appearance.
It's
Not
a-
Carole King.
This is a
Carole
karaoke
King.
podcast, right? We're allowed to sing our songs.
Absolutely.
Of course.
You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman by Carole King.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel uninspired, and when I knew I'd have to face another day, Lord, it made me feel so tired. Before the day I met so unkind. Your love was the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel, you make me feel, you make me feel like a natural woman. Oh, when my soul was in the lost and found.
I mean, I would say she's not necessarily known for her vocal tracks, but I really like them. I love the rawness of her voice. It's just this, like, I don't know. I like it. It's just raw and pure and like emotional, and I think she's great. She's one of our most prolific songwriters of all time. I like the message of the song about like being seen by somebody else, and like, I don't know. She's just an amazing songwriter. So this is my Carole King representation on my list. You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. There you go.
Yeah, beautiful song.
It's later on in the album. Like, I forget about it because it's not one of the first like 6 or 7 bangers, but it's later on. But yeah, solid.
I mean, it was covered by Diana.
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin, right. But I love Carole King's versions of her own songs. I really do.
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, it's a great song. We've mentioned this album a couple times, the Tapestry. It's, it's loaded, and this is, I forgot about this one that was on it too.
I mean, yeah, I like what you said, Amy, about the very raw quality of her voice. There's something about hearing a person sing their own song. Yeah. I mean, we talked about, like I said, we talked about me and Bobby McGee, where like, the cover sometimes like locks it in, like that's what it sounds like. But like I'm one of those people that actually likes the Dolly Parton "I Will Always Love You" better than the Whitney Houston, for that reason. Like there's something very like heartbreaking about Dolly Parton singing that song, and not to knock Whitney Houston's incredible talent, but like there's something, it's just a different quality to that song when it's sung by Dolly.
You just imagine them like writing it, sitting at the piano and just like figuring it out and just like, oh. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so then we're up to Kyle's number 7.
Yeah, my number 7. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right one. Yep. So that was the 12th track off of Tapestry, which is the closing track. So my number 7 is the lead-off track to that album, which is "I Feel the Earth Move."
I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around. Oh, baby, when I see your face, mellow as the month of May. Oh, darling, I can't stand it when you look at me that way. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around.
This song's got to be on my list. This has been, it's actually pretty low, down at number 7. There were points over the last few months where this was probably up around the number 2 or 3. But I think maybe I've just heard it too much. But it's still great, and it's such a good lead-off track. It's got that minor piano, boom, boom, bam, bam, boom, boom, bam, bam, boom. I feel the earth move. And she just fucking belts into it, and it's so dark. And then it goes to that major part. Ooh, baby. Right? It kind of gets all clean and major there, and it goes right back into it. Yeah, it was really hard for me to pick one off this album. I didn't want more of her. There's another one where we're going to see a different artist where there's 2 from them on my list. I didn't for Carole King, but it was difficult because there was "You've Got a Friend," there's "Where You Lead." Her cover of "Will You Love Me Tomorrow" is on here. "It's Too Late," which is probably like one of her biggest hits off this album. I mean, sorry, I'm giving them all away. There might be some of these later, but I had to have my representation, and this was the one for me.
Finally, I got to cross off one of my honorable mentions. "I Feel the Earth Move," Carole King. Absolutely agreed. Great song.
Yeah, amazing. We've said it all.
Yeah, I think, yeah, as you said, Kyle, I think this one is it's heavy on like seventh chords and stuff. Like it's got a very kind of like dissonant sound for that, like blanc 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 blanc. Like it almost shouldn't work because of that, but instead it makes it feel really jazzy and like powerful as she stomps through it. Like well written song by, again, one of the best songwriters of all time.
And her vocals, like, they don't put a lot of reverb behind her vocals, at least not in this song, so it feels like she's really close up to the microphone and singing it. And it's, at points, it kind of almost feels like it's a little loud and it's a little much because it doesn't have that space, that reverb that kind of, like, takes it away. But still, I think she kicks ass.
All right. So my number 7, this is, they don't come much bigger than this. You all know this song. You've all sung this song somewhere and sung along to it. This may be on some of y'all's list somewhere else, but it is Don McLean and American Pie.
Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Now do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own in Moss Grove.
I almost didn't want to put it on the list because it's so huge, but for that same reason, I couldn't keep it off. I have so many fond memories of like being at like summer camp and singing this. You know, some guy with an acoustic guitar is going to bust this out, and everybody, even if you don't know the whole thing, and at one point I had the whole thing memorized, everybody knows that chorus, and it is one of the best choruses in any song I can think of. It's so catchy and just so perfectly put together. So yeah, I mean, it's American Pie. What more can I say?
Nothing. That's great. Yeah, that's 2 songs off my honorable mentions now. Thank you, Doug and Kyle. 2 in a row. Appreciate that. Also, of course, Doug, I don't think we can talk about this song without throwing a nod to Weird Al and his Star Wars version of this as well, which is fantastic.
The only good thing to come out of the Phantom Menace, really. He makes it sound like it's a good movie just by summarizing it in that melody, but it is not. Anyway. Sure. All right, any thoughts on American Pie from the Lieberman folks?
Yeah, it's a classic. Wasn't quite on my list, but it was definitely in the running. Yeah, quality stuff. It's long. It starts off really slow. This is a long song. I don't know how long. How long is it, Doug? 7, 8?
Something like that. 7 minutes.
Yeah,
at least.
You never really think of that because I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't alive when it was the radio back then in 1971. But did they play all of this?
I think they did. Every once in a while, like there was a song that just kind of like, yeah, we know it breaks the format, but you're gonna play the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I think so.
When I was a DJ at my college station, this was one of the 3 songs that we called the bathroom songs. So you'd put it on and you would have enough time to run to the bathroom at the end of the station and then get back before the song was over.
Nice.
Usually the bathroom song at a concert is the one where you're like, shit, I don't like this one, so I'm going to go pee real quick. But that's a better reason for, when you're doing that.
Yeah, you're looking at me. I like this song a lot. It's on my honorable mentions.
Nice.
It's a great sing-alongable song.
Okay. Rich, number 6.
You all know this song. It's one of the first probably 5 songs I learned to play on the piano when I started learning to play the piano. John Lennon's Imagine.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. imagine no possession.
Beautiful little weird kind of note there, da-na-na-na kind of thing, and then imagine all the people, and I just like it's gonna hit me every time, make me feel the feels.
Yeah, this is another one on my honorable mentions because of course it is. It's not the Amiest of songs, and I'd really stuck to more Amy songs on my list, but this is a great one. It's a classic. Everybody knows this song.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking Imagine by John Lennon. It's I don't know. I mean, you'll find this on my list later, but this is easily, to me, one of the top 10 songs ever written in the history of the world. I mean, this is amazing. This is after the Beatles broke up, and it's John Lennon, his first solo. I think it's his first solo album. I mean, to me, it's his first solo album. A year after probably Abbey Road or Let It Be or whatever, one of those, and then he busts this out. It's a good album, but this song, it stands the test of time. This is amazing. The lyrics, the vocals, the piano, 100% all of it.
It's on my honorable mentions. Definitely one of the best of it out of any of the Beatles' post-Beatles stuff. It's great. I played this song in a show. I did this. I was in high school, the summer between my junior and senior year. I did this drama program that was actually at UCLA, where I would eventually go to college. And I went with friend of the pod, Shakina Nafak, and they divided us into different, there were basically 3 different shows that were being produced as part of this thing. And the one I got put into was this weird, we're going to create our own show that's this fuck around, up your ass movement piece or whatever. And they're like, what do you do? What do you bring to the table? And I was like, well, I do impressions. And so they said, well, you're going to do, the idea was I would learn to impersonate 3 people. The show was kind of about religion. So it was people that somehow relate to religion in one way or another. So I did 2 different cult people and things. And one of them was okay, I'm just going to go out there and play Imagine as John Lennon and just do it. So I learned to play it, and it was really fun. So but even before that, I loved the song. I mean, and I loved the sentiment of the song. And even having a bunch of douchey celebrities sing it during COVID did not ruin the song for me. It is, it's still a great sentiment about if we just set all of our dumb bullshit aside, we'd all get along just fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that was Rich's number 6. So now, Amy, it's time for your number 6.
All right. My number 6 is Al Green, Tired of Being Alone. Another Doug's making faces on all of my choices.
So good.
It's just so good. It's just it's such a vibe. I think my whole list is just a vibe. That's all I can do to describe it. It's just his voice is so good. The melody is so good. You're kind of grooving. To me, it kind of feels like a movie song. I know this has got to be on in a ton of movies, but I couldn't tell you which ones. But it's just it just paints this picture, and I imagine the camera panning out and the person's in their apartment. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. I maybe had too much to drink, but I love this song. So yeah, that's it. Nobody
it's
has
not actually coming to mind so I'd have to listen to
Doug,
it later, but
Doug
I'm sure I know
it. For
it.
you.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired.
Okay.
Won't you help me? Yeah.
It's so good, you guys. You have to go listen to it, or you just heard it.
Not nearly as good as Al Green.
Let's Stay Together, I think, is the one off the album that I'm most familiar with.
Yes, but
also amazing.
I didn't even think of that.
Sure.
Yeah, I think my favorite Al Green song is Love and Happiness. But this is a fantastic song.
They all kind of have that same-ish vibe, honestly.
He's the Reverend. The Reverend Al Green. Yeah.
I am shook that none of you. Well, Doug knows.
I know this song.
I'm shooketh.
It's a great choice. I didn't realize this came out in 1970.
I could be wrong. It could be like 1973. Who the fuck knows?
I trust you to have looked it up. So, all right. Okay, so Kyle, you're number 6.
Have You Seen the Rain, CCR? We've already been there, done that. Great song. Off we go to the next.
Okay.
Okay, that's quick.
So my number 6, this artist oddly enough already came up in a totally different context tonight, but I wanted to honor, I think, one of the best humans to ever walk the planet, and that is Dolly Parton.
Oh.
And so my pick is Coat of Many Colors.
As she sold, she told a story from the Bible she had read about a coat of many colors Joseph wore, and then she said, perhaps this coat will bring you good luck and happiness. And I just couldn't wait to wear it, and Mama blessed it with a kiss. My coat of many colors that my Mama made for me, made only from rags, but I wore it so proudly. Although we had no money, I was rich as I could be, in my coat of many colors my Mama made for me. So with patches on my breeches and holes in both my shoes, in my coat of many colors I hurried off to school just to find...
Ooh.
This is a really pretty song, and it's autobiographical. And as I think everybody knows, she grew up absolutely dirt poor, and worked her way up from nothing. And this is a song about her mother. Basically, they had nothing, so she made her daughter Dolly a dress out of bits and pieces of rags she sewed together. But to her, it was a coat of many colors. To her, it was this thing of beauty. And so, like, the raw emotion of that, the authenticity of it, as she sings about her upbringing that way, like, it's, when you know that it's a true story, I think it really hits. So, yeah, very all-time favorite of mine from her.
Wow. Yeah, I know this song. I'd forgotten all about it. I don't even think I knew it was autobiographical, though, so now I'm going to listen to it in a totally different context. Thank you, Doug.
I can't really think of it, but I appreciate Dolly Parton a lot. Like, she's been one of the country ones where, like, I just appreciate who she is, I think, as a person. Sure. And then the songs that I know of hers that I just probably know the popular ones, right? Like the 9 to 5 and what's the Jolene.
Yeah.
Those are like the big ones, right?
Yeah.
And I appreciate Dolly Parton, but not so much to say about the song.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I need to do a deep dive on Dolly. I feel like she's an Amy artist.
I can't imagine you'd be disappointed. I feel like you pick any album of hers, you in particular will find like 5-6 tracks you're gonna fall in love with.
Well, and like Kyle said, like, just her as a person is very, we love her.
Saint Dolly of Parton.
Yes.
Okay, Rich's number 5.
No reason you should know this about me, but maybe do, I don't know. But I'm a big Neil Diamond fan. Randomly, don't know why, don't know how I got into him. Couldn't tell you, but I love him. And one of his big ballads, also autobiographical song, came out this year. I Am, I Said.
LA is fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm trees grow and rents are low, but keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm New York City born and raised, but nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA is fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am cried. I am, said I, and I am lost, and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still.
It's if you don't know Neil Diamond's stuff, you might know this one just because it permeates. Of course, not near as much as Sweet Caroline. Of course, it's number one, but this one is just very, have you ever heard the story of a prince who became a king, and and then or a frog who became a king, just and then he's like, well, if you change the names, the story's the same, and it's about me, and I grew up in New York, and I live in LA, but I don't feel like I have a home on either one. It's a really good, it's not the easiest song to sing because it's kind of, the words aren't perfectly in rhythm. You kind of have to play with it a little bit, but it moves me every time I hear it.
Do you guys not know this one?
Oh, okay. I am, I said, to no one there. No one heard at all, not even the chair.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, I remember this song. I didn't know the song at first. I'd heard it later in life. My first knowledge of it was as a punching bag, because I read a lot of Dave Barry humor columns when I was in my late teens. As I was trying to I just absorbed comedy, and written comedy is a totally different, art than performing live. So I was reading stuff too to try and just learn comedy stuff, and he hated this song, and he wrote all about how much he hated it. So I assumed it was a terrible song because he just wrote about how terrible it was. Then I heard it, and I'm like, it was a nice song, I like it. But it is, I think what really works is that it's actually the verses that work for this song for me more than the chorus. That LA's fine most of the time, as he sings about this bi-coastal life, sort of feeling like a man without a place. And yeah, again, as you said, Rich, the words are specific, they're not syncopated, but there's something about how he's cramming too many syllables into a line or something that makes it works, but just barely. It's an interesting feel to the song. So cool.
And you can feel his heart, as he said, it's autobiographical, just like the Dolly Parton song. He's singing that he's doing therapy right now, and we get to listen to it.
Right. Aim, your number 5.
All right, my number 5 is, I think, from an artist we have not yet talked about. It is A Case of You by Joni Mitchell.
Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada. Oh, Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. It tastes so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and I would still be on my feet. Oh, I would still be on my feet.
This is as pure as it gets, guys. I mean, this is just raw. Joni Mitchell, I mean, she has just a way with words, and the song, just looking at the lyrics, I mean, a lot of this, my love for the song is the lyrics. Just I wrote down, it's just about this intoxication of love. You're in my blood like holy wine. And it's just there's just the way she writes her words. It's just, that's all I keep saying. I just feel it so much. I love it. I love the vocal tone of her voice in the song. It's just so emotional and raw. It's just great.
Nice.
Do you guys know this one? Yeah.
I think Joni Mitchell to me is kind of like Dolly Parton is to you, Amy. It's I don't know near enough, and I think I would love her, but I really need to deep dive. So I'm going to start with this song on my Joni Mitchell deep dive.
Okay. Blue, the album, is the one that everybody talks about.
All right.
I don't know by title. I mean, no clue what we're talking about here, but when we're playing it back, maybe.
Okay.
It's slow. It's very beautiful and painful. It's one of those songs where, that's again another one where there's kind of therapy happening in the studio. As soon as I saw this song was released in 1971, I was like, Amy's gonna pick this. There is no way Amy is not picking this song. I know how much you love this. I had it as an honorable mention because I do think it's a great feat of songwriting because it's to do a song that's it's very slow, it's quiet in terms of its production. It's basically her and an acoustic guitar and not much else, but she holds your attention rapt the entire time.
There's a great Diana Krall cover of it too, if you're familiar with her work, and I think that's how I found the song. It's so good. I don't know, Kyle, it might not be your cup of tea, but it's great.
I like black tea lately more than green. Just saying.
All right. What?
Kyle, you're number 5.
My number 5 is I Gotta Pee, so I'm going to go ahead and do that while you guys wait or pee or drink or smoke or whatever else you got to do.
All right, maybe we'll do a commercial.
I'm going to smoke some pee.
I think we're going to do a commercial while Kyle's on break. Yeah. This is something we've done. Has Rich been part of our commercials?
No.
All right, Rich, welcome to the commercials.
Do a little improv.
We're going to do some improv.
I've never heard of it, but I'll try it.
We make up a commercial on the spot.
I dig it.
It's about glasses.
Oh.
Hey, are your eyes for shit?
Yes.
Are you bumping into stuff all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hurts.
When you look at a book, is it just gibberish?
I can't read.
I wish there was something I could do about this.
Well, hey, it was invented in the 1700s. So
Oh.
What?
they're called bifocals.
What? Bifocals? What's that mean? Do you have to be bi to wear them?
Well, pull out a bunch of pictures of Benjamin Franklin from your wallet, because he invented it.
Hi, I can see now.
Oh, hey, Benjamin. That's you, right, Benjamin?
Yeah, 'tis a fine day here in America.
Off to go give some syphilis to some folks in France. Did you invent syphilis, Mr. Franklin? No, sir, but I'm the number 1 client.
Not just a customer, I'm the president.
Anyways, glasses.
Preferable to syphilis.
Get him. I like commercials.
We can keep this audio. Why not?
Anything else we want to commercialize?
Sell.
Cell? Do you like having cells in your body?
Not me. Don't care for myself.
Don't trust anything I can't see.
Single-celled organism on the podcast. That's it.
The ribosomes are the powerhouse of the cell. I remember that from biology.
Wow. Well done.
Kyle, you're number 5.
Number 5, signs everywhere, the signs.
And the sign said, long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I tucked my hair up under my hat and I went in to ask him why. He said, you look like a fine, upstanding young man. I think you do. So I took off my hat. I said, imagine that. Me working for you. Whoa, sign, everywhere a sign. Blocking out to see and re-breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the sign? The sign said anybody caught trespassing would be shot on sight. So I jumped on the fence and I yelled at the house, hey, what gives you the right to put up a fence to keep me out or to keep Mother Nature in? If God
5-man electrical band. This has got to be on there. Shout out to Tesla. The Tesla version I think I like better. But this is the original. Came in 1971, and I love it. It's kind of cool because it starts off with this upbeat, jammy thing for like the first 20 seconds, and then it finally kicks in. And it's the signs that we all know. We all know the Tesla version from 1990. That's the one that, or 91 or whatever. But yeah, We all did a podcast from 1990, so I'm sure we talked about that. But yeah, this is a great one. This is the original. It had to be on my list.
I did not catch this one, so I didn't realize this was 71. But yeah, this is a great song. I remember the first time I heard it was not actually the Tesla version. I actually heard the original version first, but then when I heard Tesla do it, I was like, ooh, they're better.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm sure I knew it was a cover at some point, but today I don't.
You somehow learned less from hearing Kyle talk about it 2 seconds ago.
No, I mean, never mind.
My answer today is I don't know it.
Okay.
I forgot that bit of knowledge.
Okay.
So we started singing it. I was like, Kyle, you can't talk about Tesla.
Yay, this is an opportunity for me to talk about Tesla.
I know. It's like me sliding in a Jewel song.
I know.
It is a good song, though, Kyle. I feel like I remember seeing, like, they'd put this over footage of protesters carrying signs, for protesting Vietnam or whatever, like, just to communicate, this. Here's a movie that takes place in the 70s. Signs on everywhere, and they just show people. But even just as a standalone, like, it's a cool song. It's catchy and it's fun. And I do like the Tesla cover, but I think I like the original one just a smidge better. So, good choice though. Okay, number 5 for me. This one actually, Amy, we were talking about a few minutes ago before we started recording, but this. I confirmed it was from 1971. It is Elton John, Tiny Dancer.
Now she's in me, always with me. Tiny dancer in my hand. Oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near, only you, and you can hear me when I say softly, slowly. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
You are home when you hear this song, right? From Almost Famous.
I think she does like a
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that. Yeah, Kate Hudson makes a big
Oh no, it's
deal out of this song. Anyway, but get another song that's like almost too long for its own good, but God, it's just so memorable and so catchy. I've done this one at karaoke as well. Like he's Elton John, man. Like the guy just writes these amazing hits. So, yeah, who doesn't love this song?
Fantastic song, and I mean, immortalized in the movie, of course. I don't remember most of that movie, but I'll never forget this sequence in Almost Famous. I'd known the song before this, and I loved it before this, before the movie, but they'll always kind of be intertwined now.
I think for the first 15 years of my life, the song was "Hold Me Close, I'm Tired of Dancing." I always thought that's what it was. Ask Cammie. She knows. But yeah, love it, of course. It's great. I didn't realize it was 1971. I don't think this one showed up anywhere for me. I know you do your research, Doug. So.
It's off of an album that, like, I don't think it was one of his biggest albums by far. There's one other hit off this album. Oh, Leave On is the other big Elton John hit from this album. And they're like tracks 1 and 2, and then you've never heard of the rest of the tracks from this one. So this isn't like, Captain Fantastic or Goodbye Yellow Brick Road or whatever that has lots of hits on it, but this song sure works.
I have a couple of things to say.
Go.
I'm surprised, Kyle, you were not singing "Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza." That's one.
Sure.
Also acceptable.
The other embarrassing fact about the song is that, what was the name of the band? Stillwater or something like that?
Stillwater from the movie.
Yeah, is that right?
In the movie? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like typing that, trying to find like Stillwater, Tiny Dancer, because I didn't know it was Elton John. I just didn't know. When did that movie come out?
Like 2000.
I mean, I must have been like at my college desk, like typing in like Stillwater, Tiny Dancer.
You'd only get Fever Dog, I think, is their big hit.
Yeah, this is such a good song. Love it. Somebody gifted me a greatest hits Elton John album at some point, and it was amazing. And this is the top one for sure. Love it.
Okay. Rich, number 4.
The album's been mentioned before. Who's Next? One of the greatest albums of all times. My pick from this album, my number 4, is Behind Blue Eyes.
No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance that's never free. When my fist clenches, crack it open before I use it and lose my cool. When I smile, tell me some bad news before I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your finger down my throat. And if I shiver, please give me a blanket, keep me warm.
It's just, I mean, we've already said pretty much everything to say about this album. It's great. You could pick damn near any track off of it, and it would work. But this one, I don't know, something about it. I was really in between this and Bob O'Reilly, and I was just like, I don't know, this one's just hitting a little bit harder for me for some reason.
Great choice. Got that great minor verse and that those harmonies with when he sings the chorus line. It's great. Yeah, good choice.
Amy does not know this one?
I don't know this one.
Oh, no one knows what it's like to be the bad man.
You know it.
Yeah.
To be a bad man.
Behind Blue Eyes. Yeah,
I like this version.
yeah, I love the this is one of those songs, again, like a multi-part thing, and that like it's not that complex, but it does after doing a couple of rounds of the verse and the chorus, that instead of being divided into thirds, like the song is kind of divided into fourths, and the third fourth of it is rocks hard. Like all of a sudden they burst open into, like, the classic hard rock Who sound, the world's loudest band, right? To do that middle section, and it's so cool. It's just so neat that they like built that into the song, and it works. Like it seems, I don't know if it's one of those things where it's like a Lennon McCartney thing, where like, Paul wrote one thing and John wrote another thing, and they said, okay, fine, we'll duct tape it together, because neither of it quite works on its own. But it feels like it needs to be in the song, and like it's, it's just very cool. It's a great pick from, again, one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah.
I really want to hear this album. I feel like I only know the 3, like that one, and then there's the other one.
Won't Get Fooled Again.
Yeah, I know those 3, but I feel like if there's only 9 songs, I feel like a third of it is already the shit.
The whole album's the shit. Like it's so good.
Coming soon on another podcast.
It's on my list of I might pick this at some point. It's not. I have a few things I want to get to before we do Who's Next, but yeah, great. Amy, your number 4.
I feel like it kind of got. Maybe this should have been on my 1970 list because maybe it's not quite the right. It was released in 1970, but on the list I was showing, it was very popular in 1971. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. That's your song by Elton John, because you definitely didn't recognize it off of my singing.
If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
Yeah, this song is just, it's so like pure and about being in love, and like it's just so sweet. I've got this great memory of Doug singing it to Celeste when she was born, and it's just like this sweet like video that I have of them, and it's just, I mean, she was like a day old and Doug's like sitting in the hospital like singing this song to her, and it's just so cute. And it's just this great melody, and it's just so great. Probably the wrong year. Probably belongs in 1970.
It's actually higher up on my list, and I did look it up. Yeah, we got the year wrong, but it's on my list too, Amy.
Oh, cool.
So,
all right.
That might be the only reason it's not on my list. I mean, it's a perfect song. They don't come much better than this.
I can't even hear it, guys. I can't imagine it.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside, but not one of those who can.
It's kind of a ballad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very much so. And it was a hit off of Moulin Rouge when you and McGregor did
And
it
you
too.
can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quiet. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We need to do Elton John on our podcast.
Yeah, I've also, for the other one, I'm like, I want to do Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, but it's a double album. It's too long.
I just need to do the greatest hits album. That's cheat, though.
That is a cheat.
It's kind of not allowed, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, one of my favorite memories too, actually. I mean, that moment, yeah, she was like a day old or something. We were in the hospital. I was just singing to her. I don't know. I got to think of a song to sing. So that one came to mind.
Yeah. So sweet.
Perfect song. Okay. That takes us to Kyle's number 4.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked to see that this song came out this year, and I probably only knew this song the last 10 years for probably the same reason that you guys may know this song. Badfinger and Baby Blue.
Yes.
Guess I got what I deserve. Kept you waiting there too long, my love. All that time without a word. Didn't know you think that I'd forget. I'd regret special love I had for you. Baby blue. All the days became so long. Did you really think I'd do you wrong?
This is a great song. Obviously, it was Breaking Bad that first time I saw the Breaking Bad finale. This was the end. I'm like, cool, what song is that? Eventually, I came back to it a few years after. Yeah, it's got such this good long melody. Dun 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 dun. Such a pretty song. It's by a rock and roll band. Like Badfinger was one of these rock bands that were doing their thing while these other, Led Zeppelins and the Who and these other bands were doing their thing. But Badfinger kind of went under the radar. I don't think they really ever got hugely popular. There's a song called Day After Day that came out around the same time. That's maybe their most popular song, but I really dig the song. This is so cool. This might be my number 1 right now because I just been really digging it lately. But number 4 is about an appropriate place for it.
Yeah, great song. Another one off my honorable mentions. We got 3 so far, guys. You're doing great.
We got 35 to get through, so we got or whatever.
I mean, I think I know this from Breaking Bad, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
Do 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 do. Guess I got what I deserve. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'd forgotten this was from 1971. It's a great pick, and again, like you, I did not know this song before the Breaking Bad finale either. And the second I heard it, I'm like, "What is this? This is amazing. This is so good." And I'm trying to remember. There was the Beatles by the end were trying to promote several bands on their own Apple label. I think Badfinger was one of them. I could be wrong on that, but I thought they were.
Nice.
So, yeah, I didn't know anything from their catalog, really. This is the only Badfinger song I know. But it's so good. It has that, like... It's not Western in the sense of, like, country Western, but it has a little bit of that, like, storyteller ballad, right? It's like, this guy got gunned down. Guess I got what I deserved, right? Warren Zevon writes stuff like this too. Like there's a couple by him that I really like that are similar in terms of their sound and their content lyrically. So great pick.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so my number 4, this is another gigantic artist we have not talked about tonight, but one of his best albums I think came out this year. The artist is David Bowie. The album is Hunky Dory, and the song I'm picking is Life on Mars.
It's a god-awful small affair to the girl with the mousy hair, but her mummy is yelling no, and her daddy has told her to go, but her friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through her sunken dream to the seat with the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a sad thing for she's lived it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools if they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the low man beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if you'll ever know who's in the best-selling show. Is there life on Mars?
This one, it reminds me a lot of something like Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. It's got this really awesome, crazy chord progression as this ballad that like builds and builds. I don't have a fucking clue what the song is about. The lyrics make no sense to me, but it doesn't matter because the melody and the again those chord progressions are so beautiful and so incredible. Like only Bowie writes stuff that sounds like this generally. And even though like this album has like Changes on it and some other hits. This one was the one that stuck out to me. And then later on I fell in love. There was a TV show on the BBC called Life on Mars, where they used this song, and that's, and so I kind of fell in love with the song again. And I was like, all right, this is now cemented as like one of my favorite songs of all time from, again, one of the best artists ever. So, yep, I'm going with Life on Mars.
Nice. I don't know it by title, but it's probably one of those when I hear it, I'll go, oh, that one.
Yeah, this is a classic song. I probably heard the song as a kid, but it was really only the last like 5 to 10 years that I started appreciating it and really liking it. And it feels epic for some reason. I don't know if it really has an epic layout, but it just feels like it. Maybe it's instrumentation.
It has a lot of strings, towards the end of the kind of build. So that might do so. It has this orchestral like bum, 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 bum at the end.
Yeah, this is one of his big ones. I mean, Changes and then anything from Labyrinth is probably going to be where I know David Bowie the most. But this is really one of his like really great compositions, I think.
I know that Doug likes it. That's kind of all I have to say about it. I remember it from that show that we watched. Yeah.
Okay.
Good, nice pick.
By the way, if you have time, Life on Mars is an amazing show. You should watch it. So, Rich, you're number 3.
We've already talked about it. I just want to say a few more things. Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. There was there's Amy said some of these songs, they have a real vibe to them. This song has a real vibe to it, and there's only a handful of songs in the world that I would call sultry, that just really I don't know, there's something gravelly and soul moving about it, and Bill Withers, a lot of his songs kind of fit this mold too, but it's my number 3 pick.
Nice.
Okay. Aim, number 3.
All right. Tonight you're mine completely.
Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sight? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one, but will my heart be broken?
We've got Carole King again on my list because
She
I'm
made it
sorry.
again. It's a
She just
great
did.
cover.
It's not a cover. I mean, she wrote it. Or were you talking about my
No.
rendition?
No. The original song, she did not write the original.
She wrote it.
Will You
did.
Love Me Tomorrow?
She covered her own song. So it was
From
written,
10 years ago?
She
Yep.
wrote it for the Shirelles. I wrote
Okay,
this
good
down,
call. I did
and
not know that.
She re-recorded it, so she reinterpreted it as
Love
her own
it.
song. Maybe she originally wrote it slow,
Yeah.
but it's so much better slow, right? I mean, it's just this powerful. I sing this song at karaoke all the time. Sometimes it's good, most of the time it's not. But I just think it's just like this. You're giving yourself over to somebody completely, and it's like, oh, the next morning, how's it going to be? Like, will you love me tomorrow? And it's just like, it's kind of heartbreaking and captivating, and it's just the lyrics and this her as a songwriter overall, but just again with her voice, I just love her voice, and I think it's way much better broken down in this version.
Wow. I assumed it was a cover too. I didn't know that she originally wrote it as well.
Right?
But I love this version.
Yeah, I did know she and she was like, I don't know, 19 or something when she wrote that and the Shirelles sang it.
Yeah, because when that must have came out in like 1961 or something, right?
Yeah, it was a long time
Yes.
before, but this is right at the beginning. Again, she was writing songs for other people, and crazy to think that she was that young and right, because this song, like, first of all, the lyrically, like, it's very sophisticated in terms of like, it sounds simple enough, but the emotion behind it, is basically like, am I a one night stand? That's the question she's asking in the song, right? Will you still love me tomorrow? That's a pretty sophisticated way of expressing that emotion. And then just the songwriting, the quality of that melody and the chords, like all of that together, the way it switches off between major and minor, that reach, like, completely, those notes, those longer ones. And then it down to, so tell me now. Like, if you were to, I think, teach a class of like how to write the perfect, pop song.
It's so good. Tonight with words on. I mean, there's so many
The
different parts to
bridge
it.
is great. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, there's no doubt this is one of the most well-written songs in history. There's no doubt. Now, the original, which I think of, is the Shirelles, right? Boom, da-da-da, da-da-da. Tonight, it's so classic. I learned about this song in that rock and roll class, and this was the song that apparently, at least according to our professor, that kicked off the girl groups of the early 60s. This is the one that got all of those bands into what they were doing, This had to be 1959 or 60 or 61. The melody to this song, you take away the amazing lyrics, and you just get those two parts, the verse with the chorus, how it goes minor with that. Oh, so good. I mean, so this is not I like the other version better. I mean, I think it's just because I know that one so much better, but give it up for Carole. She wrote this song, so I mean, fuck, I did not know that. So
She was 18. I looked it up.
18.
Yeah. What year was that, Amy?
1960. She was born in 42.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think she wrote the music, if I read it correctly, not the lyrics. But it doesn't matter.
So that means she probably wrote the melody.
She wrote the melody.
Yeah. I mean, the melody alone is a grand slam.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she was married to the guy, Gerald Goffin, who was the lyric writer of a lot of the songs. Yeah. Okay. The lyricist, not lyric writer. Anyways.
Yeah, still, like an impeccable song.
Yes.
Okay, Kyle, you're number 3.
Yeah, number 3. You guys aren't going to know this, but so it's the band. You got the Kinks. So Doug and Amy know that I really like the Kinks. I got into them just a few years ago, really within the last 5 years. This is off of an album called Muswell Hillbillies, which is not one of their most popular albums. They were starting to kind of go down in popularity at this time. Their earlier stuff like Lola and Sunday Morning and You Really Got Me was all before this. But this is a song called Holiday.
Holiday, oh what a lovely day today. I'm also glad they sent me away to have a little holiday today. Holiday, holiday, and I'm just standing on the end of a pier, hoping and dreaming you are here to share my little holiday. Looking in the sky, the gap in the cloud. Sometimes I think that sun ain't never coming out. I'd rather be home in that dirty old town. I had to leave the city 'cause it nearly brought me down. Oh, holiday. Oh, what a lovely day today. I think I'll get down on my little knees and pray. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
This is just this cute little ditty. This nice little kind of acoustic, mellow 2.5-minute song that's just sweet and perfect to the point. You guys probably don't know it, but I had some Kinks representation from 1971.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I don't know the Kinks really outside of their big hits, and then we covered Village Green, one of their albums on the other show, and so like they impressed me. Like Ray Davies, I think is a great songwriter. The guy knows how to put together a melody, so I'm looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my number 3 is very well known, and I don't think songs come much better than this. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On?
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find to bring some loving here today. Yeah. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Right on.
It's a protest song. I think it's probably the best protest song ever written. And yet another one where kind of like the Bill Withers song we talked about before, and some of these other where like the emotion of the song is all right out there in that raw performance. I think this is Marvin Gaye's best song, certainly his most probably socially important song. And, he's singing about, picket lines and signs, don't punish me with brutality. That's all social commentary, but the song transcends that too. Like it's timeless. And as it talks about, yes, he's talking about a very specific moment in time politically, but like that song applies today, and probably always will. So yeah. I just love it.
Yep, another one off my honorable mentions. Love this song. 100% it's timeless. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, what's going on, guys? Like, it's a wake-up song. Like, we think this is normal, but this shouldn't be normal. Like, we can change this.
Yeah, this is a great album. This is a great lead-off track to the album. I like how it starts off to where it's kind of voices and people kind of talking in the background, and the whole, like, brother, like that. Those verses are sweet. Yeah, this is a great one. I'm surprised that this was the choice off the album. I feel like there was other hits that might have been bigger, but this is still a really bigger, like whatever. Like you're supposed to like the bigger songs, Doug. This is still a great song, so it's a good choice.
I'm curious what the other songs on that album are, because I know the other ones. Like, Let's Get It On is later, though.
Yeah, that's later.
That's not Mercy, Mercy, is it?
Which sounds a lot like what's going on.
Close.
Yeah.
Similar chords and vibe, yeah.
Track list.
Also good, though.
Sure.
I think I'm looking.
All right. Rich, number 2.
Amy already said it. Your Song by Elton John. I got into Elton John after the Lion King soundtrack, and then I was playing piano at that point in my life, so I was like, give me every Elton John song I got a whole thick book. I still have it. I learned Your Song, and I remember playing it for my college girlfriend years later, and we've already said it, but it's my number 2.
Do you do that one at karaoke ever?
I don't think I have, but I could.
Okay. Do it.
Maybe for the future.
All right. Amy, number 2.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure that Doug's going to be the only one that knows this song. We just heard it sung live by a different artist. It is River by Joni Mitchell, again off of the Blue album.
It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees. They're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here. It stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a skate away on. I made my baby cry. He tried hard to help.
I only came to know this song through Ben Platt, who was on a show called The Politician, and he sang a cover of this song, which is just absolutely stunning. And so the original is obviously also just as amazing. I talk about this on the Christmas podcast because I considered it a Christmas song because I'm a cheater. There's a line about it being Christmas time in the song, and so to me that qualifies it. But it's just this song about like being alone at Christmas time. It's so heartbreaking because she's singing about, other people are gathering and being with family and loved ones. And, she just let her lover go. And so it captures this kind of rare part of Christmas that people don't. I mean, we're singing about joy to the world and rocking around the Christmas tree. You don't get a lot of sad Christmas songs. And so I really liked that about this song, that it's just like this heartbreaking piece about like, what do you do when like you break up with someone right before the holidays and you're stuck, kind of celebrating alone. And I appreciate the lyrics of the song, and it's a great melody. And again, Joni Mitchell, I don't know a ton of music off of her Blue album, but I do know this one, and I'm sure I'm going to make us do it on the other podcast because I just think it's stunning.
Nice. More fodder for my Joni Mitchell deep dive that I got to do.
Yeah, I do know this song. Again, you certainly listening to the cover one more because that's the one you like. Although the original was honestly not very different from that cover. It's just it's a male voice singing it instead of a female voice. But what I love about it is, again, Joni Mitchell has a great way with words. She kind of, she's like a female Bob Dylan. She's really, really good at these turns of phrases. And what she's singing about is, as you said, like this person is lonely. And the metaphor she comes up with is not like, I want to like just get under the covers and die. Like it's, I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. Like she's imagining this frozen river. I just want to go somewhere and, hide. But I just love that. What a great way of phrasing that. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. Because skating is kind of, it implies like more like fun and it's kinetic, right? It's motion. You're gliding away. So massive respect for this song. It's
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
No notes.
Skating, surfing, surf wax America, Blue Album, Weezer. There's my connection. I don't know this song.
A different Blue album? Is that where you were going?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're number 2.
All right, number 2 is my only repeat for the night, and it's not like there's a lot of grassroots songs I know in my life, but my favorite one of theirs is Temptation Eyes.
She's got something that moves my soul, and she knows I'd love to love her, but she lets me down every time. Can't make her mine. She's no one's lover tonight. With me, she'll be so inviting. I want her all for myself. Oh, temptation eyes, looking through my soul. With temptation eyes, you gotta love me tonight. Gotta love me, baby, yeah.
This is a fairly popular song. You guys probably know it. Tonight I'll be so inviting. I want it all to myself. Oh, temptation eyes. Maybe not. But I love this song. When I knew that this song was in 71 and we were going to do this podcast, this immediately had to be on there. I've always loved this song. Again, shout out to my dad for getting me into this band. Really the 2 or 3 songs I know from them, but 2 of them were in 71 and this one's has to be on there. So I love this. It's a nice minor rockin' song.
Another song I gotta check out.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with this one.
And apparently I forgot because
I think you'll know it.
In the car
I think
too.
all of you will know it when you hear it.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that takes me to my number 2. So on the other podcast, we don't just go through the tracks, we give them scores. From 0 to 100.
I know where you're going, Doug.
Of course. It's the only one I've given a perfect score to. How can I not have it on my list? The biggest song of this year, it's Stairway to Heaven.
Your head is humming and it won't go. In case you don't know, the piper's calling you to join him. Dear lady, can you hear the wind blow? And did you know your stairway lies on the whispering wind?
if you want, you can go over and listen to our episode of the other show on Led Zeppelin 4. We did a Led Zeppelin episode on this podcast, so I've said my piece on what makes this song amazing at great length. You don't need me to tell you this is a legendary song. Always on the list of the best songs ever written. So I'll keep it short here, but just, I mean, fuck, man, this Zeppelin rules. So that's all I need to say.
My favorite thing that I learned about this song, probably in the 2000s sometime, that when they first played this song in concert, they got booed. Because no one was expecting, they didn't know it, they didn't have no context for it, and so here's Zeppelin, who they were planning to just rock out, and they start playing this like soft song, and they're like, what is this? And of course it would become their biggest hit ever of all time, but it's all about context, right? If you're just hearing it at a concert, you don't have any context for it, maybe you don't like it right away.
It does take 6 minutes or so for the rock part to really hit, so
yeah,
that makes sense. So people are going, what is this slow thing? But now we know.
Doug, I feel like you and I have had a Stairway to Heaven conversation live on podcast like 17 times.
Exactly.
I mean, it was
There's nothing else
right?
to say.
We've done so much. So obviously I love this song. It was a 99 for me just because I like to leave room for 100. So, but I'm just, first off, hold on. There's a song in 1971 that's better than Zeppelin, the Stairway to Heaven. So can't wait for that, Doug. We'll get there in a second. But let me say my piece on this. So I did not include anything from Led Zeppelin 4 on this list. Now, it might just be that every single song except for the one that Doug really hates, 7 out of 8 songs on that album might be better than any other song that's in 1971. Really, I'd mean that. Probably my top 5, okay? My top 5 go all well with most of Led Zeppelin 4. So I just threw that out. And plus, we've talked about this so much on these podcasts. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not going to include it. So it's not on, but obviously one of the best songs ever.
Yeah, like I said, it almost felt weird of like, how could I love this song so much and then leave it off this list? It would make no sense. So, yeah. But you're right. There is something I have higher than this at number 1. But we'll
I bet I know what it is.
You might. So we've got time for honorable mentions now. Rich, I will give the floor to you because I know you've got quite a list there.
You guys knocked off 4 on your list, so here's the 20 honorable mentions I still have. Riders on the Storm, The Doors, An Old-Fashioned Love Song, Three Dog Night, A Horse with No Name, America, Brown Sugar, Rolling Stones, Rainy Days and Mondays, Carpenters, Just My Imagination, The Temptations, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, Cher, Theme from Shaft by Isaac Hayes, Locomotive Breath, Jethro Tull, Happy Xmas War is Over, John Lennon and Yoko Ono, Bang a Gong, T-Rex, Family Affair, Sly and the Family Stone, If You Really Love Me, Stevie Wonder, Do You Know What I Mean, Lee Michaels, Mr. Big Stuff, Gene Knight, Knock 3 Times the Dawn, I Hear You Knocking, Dave Edmunds, The Witch Queen of New Orleans, Redbone, You've Got a Friend, James Taylor, and I Just Want to Celebrate by Rare Earth.
Whew, take a breath.
All great, by the way.
Fuck yeah. Good rocking and rolling, like a ventriloquist.
All right, I've got The Fifth Dimension, One Less Bell to Answer, and Rolling Stones, Wild Horses, and that's it. Everything else has been already mentioned.
Wow. Okay. Kyle?
Yeah, mine's pretty small. So the whole Led Zeppelin 4 album, obviously, and then let's see, Joy to the World, Three Dog Night, Bang a Gong, T-Rex, Layla, Derek and the Dominoes, I'm 18, Alice Cooper, and of course, Wild World, Cat Stevens.
Okay. My honorable mentions, I've got Me and Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin, Changes, David Bowie, It's Too Late, Carole King, A Case of You, Joni Mitchell, Shaft, Isaac Hayes, Imagine, John Lennon, Jealous Guy, John Lennon, also good. Bang a Gong, T-Rex, Old Fashioned Love Song, Three Dog Night, She's Got Away, Billy Joel, L.A. Woman, The Doors, and Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. Those are my honorable mentions. Rich, number 1.
Let me just say first that my prediction was right. Everyone had Carole King on either an honorable mention or above.
Yep.
Yep, true. So I'm absolutely going to the Led Zeppelin 4 well on this one, and I love a lot of Zeppelin songs. I'm a huge fan of the whole band, this album particularly, but the number 1 song I have is one of their slowest songs, and it's a ballad that I love, and when I was a teenager I got really dramatic about it for some reason. It was like, this is the song I want to listen to when I'm dying. I don't know why, but it's California by Led Zeppelin.
Going to California?
Yeah.
Took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that we're all the same.
was red and the sky was gray. I wondered how tomorrow could ever follow today. The mountains and the canyons start to tremble and shake. The children of the sun begin to wake. Watch out. It seems that the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it started to flow. I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line if I reach it in time. I'll meet you up there and the path runs straight and high. To find the queen without a king, they say she plays guitar and cries and sings. La la la. Ride a white mare in the footsteps.
It's this beautiful, in my day, woman and cat, just this very ballady, very just wispy, beautiful. I don't know. It just feels transcendent to me. It's my favorite off the album, even though they've got other monster hits off it. This will be my number one.
Yeah, this is a great one. I think for all three, me, Doug, Amy, we all had this one at like a 80 or above, I think. I mean, this is just a great song. It's not like the rest of this album. I mean, Stairway to Heaven's got slow parts, but, I mean, you've got like Black Dog and...
Rock and Roll.
Yeah, why is the...
When Levee Breaks.
Yeah, that one's not coming through my brain. But yeah, I mean, this song's mellow, right? This is chill. I love it. I love the verses. It's got that kind of dark little pre-chorusy part or chorus, whatever you call that. Great song off this album.
Yeah, it had a different feel than the rest of the album, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not super familiar with Led Zeppelin, but yeah, I'm going to definitely gravitate towards the kind of ballady, slower songs.
Yeah, I think wispy's the right word for that. Not in a bad way. Like, it's ethereal, the way he sings this. And then you get that, I think Kyle mentioned that, it seems that the guy got a punch on the nose. Like, that whole thing, it makes it feel mystical. In a way that Led Zeppelin is very good at, even when they're not directly pulling from Tolkien, like they are good at like creating this like vibe of like, mysticism that like they just grafted onto metal, and like metal doesn't feel right if it doesn't have at least some of that in its musical DNA. So great choice. Okay, Amy, you're number one.
All right, so I'm going back to the well of the songwriter you've already seen twice on this list. I went ahead and chose a cover version of it. It did come back out in 1971, so it does qualify. And it's You've Got a Friend by James Taylor.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend.
And I'm gonna get emotional. It reminds me of my mom because she just loved it. I'm sorry. Our family did a cover of this song for her, and we all sang it. Doug was on it, and
Allie was on it. I mean,
my
geez.
brother, yeah, Kyle's kids were on it, all three of them. Ours hadn't been born yet, and so luckily she got to hear that before she passed, and it was just her birthday. Sorry, but it's a song about just unconditional love and being there for somebody, and sorry, it's so embarrassing. It just captures just this essence, and it's Carole King songwriting again, and it's just lovely. I didn't know I was gonna cry. I'm sorry.
When you said the first Carole King song earlier, which was around your number 8 or 9, I forgot which one. I was like, okay, wait, so are we doing multiple of her? And then you did a second one of her, and then you were going to do a third. Like, okay, but it's the James Taylor version.
Yeah, I mean, I just went that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ditto all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the James Taylor one is probably the one people know better. Yeah, there is a version of her doing it. Is it on Tapestry?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they both had versions the same year.
Same year, same release. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, his, I think, for some reason got more traction, even though obviously that album was incredibly popular. Another beautiful, beautiful song. I know how much it means to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think it means a lot to a lot of people, even if they don't have that direct kind of connection. Because it's, who hasn't felt that you just call out my name and, wherever I am, I'll come running like that,
Yeah, it's great.
Not many songs connect that as well.
I'd really like to hear that version of us singing it from
I have it
10 years ago. Please send that along, because I think I mix it. I think
you did.
I actually put it on YouTube just so it would live forever somewhere.
Good.
So I can send you the link. Yeah, we
I want to
sound
hear
pretty
my
good.
kids' voices.
It's so cute. Allie is like nah, nah. She's so
12 years
time.
old, or
yeah.
like 2. She was probably 2.
Yeah.
Like Doug, this is like 14, right? You guys had just gotten married. It was like early.
Was it that? I thought
we
it was
were married
earlier
by
than
then.
that,
Yeah.
but okay.
I don't think it was earlier than that.
It's pretty good. I feel like I sound pretty good on it.
I actually don't think I sound that great on it, but oh well. It was still great. It was nice to do. It was a great gesture.
Yeah.
So. All right, Kyle, number 1.
All right, number 1's too easy. If it wasn't going to be Stairway to Heaven, then it was going to have to be John Lennon, Imagine. I mean, there's no other way. This is one of the best songs ever. Already talked about it. I just think the whole sentiment behind what he's saying, I mean, just imagine the world to be a better place than what it is, basically. I think everyone should live by this. I wish that we can come back to this, where we are, to just all have something in common, where we can all kind of like metaphorically hold hands and like sing around the campfire, right? That everything's going to be okay. How the world could be. And we're not there as a civilization. I know in groups we are, which is great. But hopefully, John Lennon was a great person. I don't want to, he was for just society, for pop culture, for everything. And it's a great fucking song. Got to be near the top.
Some say he's a dreamer.
Mm-hmm. But not the only one. All right. That takes me to my number 1. Kyle, you were definitely on the right track. I mean, The Who, for a long time, was my favorite band. They've slipped slightly in that ranking, but for especially my formative years, I would have easily said, yes, The Who is my favorite band. And so when the kids ask me, Dad, what's your favorite song? That's an impossible question, but I will usually say this one because I got to have some answer. And so even though I don't think this is maybe, qualitatively or objectively a better song than Stairway to Heaven is, for me, because I love the band so much, this is my number 1 song of all time, and that is Baba O'Reilly.
Don't cry, don't raise your eye, it's only teenage wasteland. Sally, take my hand, we'll travel south cross land, put out the fire, don't look past my shoulder.
I do love Won't Get Fooled Again. I almost thought about picking that one, but I just emotionally just like Baba O'Reilly more. That the electricity of that song as it builds is so great. Roger Daltrey's screaming vocals are, among the best in rock history. And again, even though Won't Get Fooled Again features probably maybe the best individual scream in the history of music, that just at the end of it. As much as I love that, I think the Bob O'Reilly's a little more interesting as a song, and so I really love it. There's something really interesting about a song like this too, because the album was originally conceived of as yet another rock opera. They did Tommy, which was a rock opera, and they had this thing called Lifehouse that was going to be the follow-up, and it didn't quite come together. They just released these songs as its own albums. There's no story behind it or anything. So there were various attempts later to try and reconstruct what that might have looked like as a concept album or a rock opera, adding in other tracks and things and all kinds of weird stuff. And actually, when I was younger, I tried to track down internet research. So what would the song order have been and what songs would have made it, and try and reconstruct that myself. So that's how into this band I was. So yeah, just what an awesome, amazing song this is. So, all right, we did it. We've done our favorite songs of 1971. Really glad we took the time out to do this. It took us a long time to get here, but we finally did it. For you in podcast listening land, it may not have been so long, but this is a lot of work to somehow get this on track. But we'll do another one soon. And I don't know if you want to do that now, where we each throw out a year and just see where we land. Yeah,
Kyle wants to
I think
do
we
it.
do that.
Okay.
We need some rules though. Kyle's going to give us some ground rules.
I think some rules. Yeah, you guys tell me if you agree with this. I think that for it to be nostalgic, it can't be from 2022, right? So I think we go let's say, some of us are older than others. Let's just say 2010 is as far as we can go high, and as low. To go earlier than 1950 seems crazy to me. Even to go to the 50s kind of seems nuts. But I do have nostalgia for the 50s as being a kid who grew up in a rock and roll family. So what if we go anywhere between 1950 and 2010?
Okay. And so we should all write these down without knowing what each other is doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can average real quick.
All right, I'm not ready, but you can write first.
Okay.
It's going to be hard because you're not going to necessarily get anywhere near your year.
Nope.
But I think that I'm going to try to pick something that's truly what I want, not something to skew off. I'm not going to pick 1951 just because I don't want to do 2010, right? I want to pick something that I think that we should think that way, guys. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Have we done anything past 2001?
No.
But here's another thing. What if we come back and we got 1990? Then I say, whatever, if we do, we go skip forward how many years if we get to something we've done?
Price is Right rules.
Without going over?
Closest without going over. So we'll go up to the next. Yeah. So in other words, if you pick 1990, then we're doing 1992 because we've done 89, 90, and 91.
Got it. Okay, cool. So I got mine.
All right, I'm ready.
Same.
Who wants to be the average collector?
You are, because you're writing it down.
Okay, I can be. That's cool. All right,
Kyle's usually the mathematician.
I'll do the math. Should we go in? Doesn't matter what order?
Yeah, go ahead. Rich, you want to just do in the same order?
79.
Okay. I put 2006.
1988.
All right. So, and then I did 1993, which puts our average at 1991 and a half.
So 1992 it is.
We knew it. It was
Like, rounded up.
All right. Wow.
I feel like that was I was afraid to do this year. Okay.
There's a lot of good stuff that year. It's gonna be
We're
fun.
back where we started, guys. Really.
We're going back right into it,
Yeah.
right? That's cool.
Okay.
That's fun.
Circuitous route to 92.
Yeah. All right, so we'll have a 1992 podcast coming your way
In about 7 months.
We'll get to it sooner than that, I hope. Very cool. I'm going to start working on that list. So that's it for this one. Let's wrap it up with some plugging. Rich, tell people about your awesome improv stuff and where do they go to see it and where do they go to learn from you?
Thanks. Yeah, if you're interested in an improv class, anyone in the world's got internet connection. My school is completely online, daretofailimprov.com or daretofailimprov on Instagram. First drop-in's free, and it's a lot of fun. And if improv intimidates you, I'm the teacher for you. I will make it easy. for you to jump in.
And there was a link, of course, to that in the show notes. Amy, where do they find your awesome earrings and such?
You can find me on TikTok, Etsy, or Instagram under Momo Bunnies More Co. And Doug will drop a link to that in the notes.
Kyle, where do they find your awesome music?
Go check out my music, Silver Dork, everywhere. iTunes and Spotify and Amazon and YouTube. There's 2 albums out right now, and there'll probably be a 3rd album out sometime in this 2026.
Cool. And of course, the 3 of us, myself, Amy, and Kyle, are the hosts of the Playing by Ear podcast. We've mentioned that tonight. So you can go check that out to hear us talk about music some more. I'm also the host of co-host of Still Muppeting, which is a Jim Henson podcast that we do once a month. You have to go to patreon.com/stillloadingpod and drop a few bucks to listen to that monthly show, but it's a lot of fun. Josh Koval and I, my co-host, are having a lot of fun just revisiting classic Jim Henson stuff. So as you're hearing this, I believe if this is coming out in March, I think, so the episode that month should be The Dark Crystal. So super cool, weird, freaky movie out of Jim Henson for that. So and of course, if you want to get in touch with us here on Nostalgia Arcanum, the links to all our social media portals are in the show notes. Finally, if you have some time and are so inclined, really makes a big difference if you drop the show a review. If you have some time to do that, really doesn't take any time at all. Just go do it. Tell us what you think. And then also word of mouth is very much appreciated to spread the word of this podcast. So guys, I think that'll do it. That's another one in the books, man. Thanks for coming on and finally making 1971 happen.
Thanks for having us always, Doug.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for letting us.
Thanks
for letting me cry on your podcast again.
Again, as a tradition now. All right, so until next time, that is one more entry in the Nostalgia Arcanum.
We caught a ride back to Naboo, 'cause Queen Amidala wanted to. I frankly would have liked to stay. We all fought in that epic war, and it wasn't long at all before little hotshot flew his plane and saved the day. And in the end, some Gungans died, some ships blew up and some pilots fried. A lot of folks were croaking, the battle droids were broken, and the Jedi I admire most met up with Darth Maul and now he's toast. Well, I'm still here and he's a ghost. I guess I'll train this boy. And I was singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. Soon I'm gonna be a Jedi. We were singing, my, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. And he left his home and kissed his mommy goodbye, saying soon I'm gonna be a Jedi.